Hello everyone, this is Kingdom and this is a short devlog for my first ever game jam. The title of the jam was Alternate Engine Game Jam. So, the less popular the engine you use, the cooler you are in this jam. I immediately knew that I will want to use the discontinued and outdated Blender game engine, as Blender is something I am very familiar with. To my surprise, I found out that there exists a fork of it called UBGE. I actually don't know what the UP in front of the BGE means, but whatever. Yeah, and people have made it work with new Blender versions, Eevee, render engine, and there are even logic nodes now. The theme of the jam was randomly picked and it was the particle of life. For the first 2-3 days, I had no time at all to sit in front of PC as I was busy with work and family things and so on, but I was still able to generate ideas and plans, so that's what I did. Although I had so many ideas that I all wanted to fit into the game, I had to start on the first one. A blood cell going through blood vessels while avoiding viruses and other things. Although the mechanics seemed very simple, it turned out to be very hard to make the game what it is right now. My very limited time also didn't help much. So, at the beginning I had to remember the good old first days with Blender and its engine. With its quite understandable logic bricks, I created a cube that you can control and push off a plane. That's how I started with Blender when I was about 12 or something. Then I had to get it closer to the vision I had in my mind for the game. I created a track for it, but soon I realized it had to be at least partly randomly generated or it will get very boring quickly even for myself. So by following tutorials from 2015 or something, I did it and it wasn't that hard. But then I had to make a health bar and a way to lose, and that's where the real problems began and other roadblocks. As I wasn't happy with the simple damage mechanism that I could create with the logic bricks, I tried to use the new logic nodes, but that was a damn waste of time. I was just too stupid to create anything with them, so I had to keep it simple and I had to find a way how to make everything with the logic bricks, because I don't know coding, I don't know any Python and stuff like that. So till this day I cannot figure out how to make the visual part of the health bar to reset properly. It glitches a little bit. The other roadblock for me was the pause. Some things in this Blender game engine fork doesn't work like they used to in the old engine. So I couldn't make an overlay scene with pause and pause the game scene. I just made an invisible wall that spawns in front of the character and the pause menu turns visible. But actually the menu is always in front of the camera, it just turns visible. So yeah, I think I enjoyed the most of the creation of the viruses and the animating the heart. Those things I enjoyed the most. The main menu heart. Also, it all just gets so much more alive when I added sound effects to everything. And yeah, I used sound effects with CC0 license from freesounds.com. So everything is completely free and available. What I did use for the game. Yeah, I wish I had more time to work on this game visually, create better looking levels, models, textures, as it definitely is something I can do much better than the creation of game mechanics. And as there are many other things that I envisioned for the game at the beginning, I think I will actually keep developing this even after the jam will end, just to explore and learn more about the game engine, game creation and other things. Even if the game right now is far from perfect and it have its problems, I still participated in my first game jam. Yeah, for the first time I created a game with a beginning, an end, and some gameplay in the middle, and learned some things while I did it. So I really hope that this is my way further into the world of game development, and there's probably much more I could tell about all of this, but let's not make this even longer and more boring than it is. So maybe see you on the other game dev adventures.